We're live.
Awesome. Open your pack so we can talk about how you almost killed all of us this week. And we actively watched you nerf a monster.
Oh! I love myself.
Because we almost all died, and we probably would have had you not changed the stats of that thing mid-fight.
Hey. I didn't change the stats.
You changed its health, I feel.
No, I didn't.
Oh, really?
Nope. I gave you like a turn of it not doing anything is what I gave you.
Yeah, because...
But we'll get into that more later. Mike, what'd you work on this week?
Nothing. I worked on nothing this week.
You know what I worked on?
What?
No, also nothing.
Ah, excellent.
I assembled some Dark Eldar.
Very productive week. I did order some cards for my Feldegriff group hug deck. Which won 2 games back to back, baby!
You're the winner!
I'm the winner. I'm the boy who wins.
Alright. Crack back this week, Modern Horizons. Guess what? Second Modern Horizons 2 is coming out, so we got Modern Horizons Original Guide.
You're not gonna get anything in there.
Okay, this is the running set.
Alright, Compachiro Kamapoko. This is a real odd start to the episode. A real productive day today, aren't we?
Hey, Blizzard Strix, don't care.
Really making the
Deep Forest Hermit.
That's not a terrible card, is it? Deep Forest Hermit isn't terrible, is it?
It's a card. I think it makes squirrels.
Oh, yes! Yes, when it enters the battlefield, create 4 1/1 green squirrels.
And they
squirrels
get
are +1/+1.
But it's vanishing.
Yeah. But squirrels. The squirrels aren't vanishing.
No, the squirrels do stay.
You can find a way to flicker it, you can just be like, squirrels!
A real uneventful crack pack. We got this guy.
Yeah.
Look at him.
Hey, you got a foil angel token.
Hey, and I got a snow-covered mountain. Wow. In full art. Moving on. Mike, what do we have to talk about today? A whole lot of nothing, really.
There's, it's just dry.
It's dry. This weekend's what? Animation showcase, which maybe we'll talk about that next week.
Yeah. Yep. Sorry, it's just the card art from Ponder is on this card. Like right here.
Oh, basically, yeah. A pondering mage.
Yeah.
So.
You're crazy. Yeah, we have nothing to talk about this week.
Well, let's talk about my game, since now that we...
Davis tried to murder us all.
Well, why don't you tell them? Because I don't like to be biased in these things.
We went into this bunker, and I almost kind of wish that there was somehow, like, you could have, like, laid the terrain out after we got through a room. I don't know how you
could have done that. It just would have been a lot more work.
Because, like, it was very obvious that was the boss room. Because it's like a big open area. There's like a big puddle in the middle of it. It's not a puddle. It's like a fountain.
Yep.
We went through. I did like all the terminal stuff.
Well, I'm glad you did, because nobody else did.
Well, I appreciate your story. I do.
I'm glad.
No one else did. Everyone else just ran around loot goblining. And I'm just like, oh, I better look at this terminal. Oh, look at all this information.
Cool made all this cool stuff, in this big lead up to the final room, and everyone's like, where's the boss? Where's my XP?
There isn't even XP. We're playing a milestone, which actually I think is the way to play it. Because let me tell you, our paladin would be way ahead in levels of me.
Probably.
Because he murders bugs. They're like these mutant cockroaches, essentially, because they took this serum. I assume they've been eating the serum. And,
yeah, and then they fought... They fought him!
Yeah. Let me tell you. We watched Davis actively, like, nerf this thing by making
Turns out, level 2 characters, this is a little bit of a challenge.
It one-shot 3 of us.
It's pretty awesome. I loved it.
If Davis would have been playing it, like, see, he was nicer than I was, because I would have had it, like, munch on things that were down.
Yeah, I'm not a dick.
But like for me, that's not so much being a dick as it is like this is a creature that just eats.
Well, you guys were shooting at him, so he had to deal with the people who were
Right.
shooting at him. He was, you know, it's not so fun to have dinner when people are attacking you.
Fair.
Because yeah, then he straight up would have killed like
All of us. At least 3 of us.
Yeah. Well,
2 of us at the bare minimum. Probably M. Dot, which is my character, which is the medic. And probably the gunslinger.
well, no, because he got batting rammed,
That's
so
true.
he probably would have just gone to whatever was closest after. Just kidding.
Yeah, so the dwarf end.
Card effects.
But yeah, it was rough. It was a rough evening.
Good. Expect more scenarios. To be like that.
I didn't get any cool loot. Everyone else did because they just ran around loot goblining.
Did they though? They complained that they didn't get cool loot.
They got, the other Android
Got a pistol.
Android 69, got a really cool pistol.
I mean, he didn't ask why it was cool. He just knows it's cool.
He's just like, cool pistol, and that's it.
Yup.
And I'm like, I was like, I should have went and taken that, but
It's even named. It's a named
It's
pistol.
a unique pistol. It's unique.
It's named
Very cool.
Penance.
Yep. I don't have a secondary, but everyone else is like, I have like 17 guns.
Well, that's why you're trying to get the M4. You're trying to embrace.
I'm trying to get assault rifle proficiency so that I can use an M4. So the way it works, from my understanding, is if you don't have proficiency in a weapon, it's -4 to use it on your roll to
That's
hit.
correct.
So
It's
if you
even
have
melee weapons too.
if you have proficiency in it, then it just gets rid of that -4.
Yep.
But then you can also, at every 5 levels, you can take another proficiency or a mastery.
Yes.
If you take a mastery, you get +2 to the roll. The proficiency means you don't have any negatives.
Yep.
To that from not being proficient.
Yep.
You sub negatives from your small guns not being good enough,
Yeah.
but you don't have a negative from the gun itself.
Correct.
So I'm like, I should take assault rifle because the assault rifle, I'm assuming, has a longer range than the submachine gun. Because let me tell you, my range of 10, not real long, because it's more so like a game of 40k, but it's like a combat squad game, almost, with role-playing elements. I did like the gun guy. I was sad you guys just walked away from the medic guy while I was in the bathroom, so I would like to buy supplies.
Well, they haven't left town yet. There's
guess.
nothing saying we couldn't get some things before
Yeah,
you leave.
'cause I'm
I'm interested to see how this next scenario goes.
Because I have money. No one else does.
I'm not sure how far 100 caps will get you, but we'll see.
Let me tell you, they bought, what was it, 20 rounds of sniper ammunition for 50 caps?
Well, they traded stuff.
Well,
for
yeah,
it.
but they could have just bought it for 50 caps.
Yeah, your M4 would have 24 range. 24 inches.
That's
which is
better.
It's more than double.
I guess the M4 is probably a little bit better than the P90, PV Bison too. Can I get a P90? I like P90.
Yes, you can get a P90.
Ooh.
Well, it does 20 plus D10 damage.
That is so much better.
Hey, you lose magazine size. It's only 25 rounds.
Is it still AP2 or whatever your shot?
No, I think it's actually.
Oh, is it 1?
No, it's actually SPA 3.
It's so much better than the PV Bison.
Yeah.
So SPA is how many shots you get. Shots per attack.
Shots per action.
Shots per action, sorry. And the PV Bison has 2, a range of 10. Has a giant magazine though.
Yeah.
I have not reloaded once.
Nope.
I still have 54 shots in my magazine.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
giant.
you don't necessarily want a soup. Like the downside is obviously you have higher DPS, so to speak, but you're blowing through ammo way faster, which we found was a problem this scenario.
I knew it was going to be. I literally knew.
Our paladin ran out of ammo.
Yes, he did. But he had the M4 in his inventory. Did not take it out.
No, he decided he was just gonna smash these things in the face with his shotgun. Because instead of boom, 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 and then like put it away and switch to the M4, it was boom, boom,
Back. Because if it's in your secondary slot, you can swap for free without taking action.
Correct. But if it's in your backpack, you gotta take an action to switch to it.
You have to take an action to reload and all that. Our sniper reloaded a lot.
Yeah, definitely the main difference that I was hoping you guys, like, it probably was maybe a fun departure for a lot of the people here, because they're all used to, like, models and minis games.
Yeah.
And the combat play was intended to play a lot more like a minis game than...
Yep. Which is nice. I do like your combat system a lot. Like I said,
I think it goes a little faster than most D&D things.
It absolutely does, because it plays like a minis game. Combats are like quick, but they're like interesting enough to keep me like hooked in for a bit. But like I said, they're quick, so they're not like dragging on. Because sometimes it's not so bad in 5e, but like D&D 4th, I don't know if you've ever played 4th.
I heard a lot of people didn't like it.
Combat takes forever. Literally hours for like a 4-round combat.
Awesome.
It's awful.
Awesome.
I mean, it's not a bad system, it's just not great.
Well, you guys were doing a pretty decent job until you got to the boss.
We were doing great until we got to the boss. And then we got to the boss, and the boss was like, what's up? Want to talk about it?
You guys got close.
I did not get close.
Yeah, well...
He got close to me.
Well, you didn't run away from him.
Davis. We're in this room. There is one exit. And he is between me and the exit. I have to get closer to it.
I mean, look at this guy.
Yeah. I see him, and I saw him.
I mean, what's he gonna do realistically?
Murder all of us.
He did not murder all of them.
It's not even the scariest thing we're gonna fight.
No, probably
and
not.
That's terrifying. I almost lost M.Dot, and we almost had to make new characters last night.
Yeah, it was almost like, this was almost a TPK.
Yeah. You watched Davis go, oh,
I was like, yeah! I was going hard, 4 kills!
Davis was like, shit, I should want to do something about this, because otherwise we're going to be making new characters next week.
Unfortunately, next week Ethan's not going to be able to be there.
I also will not be there next week.
At all?
I'll be in Rapid.
Oh, yeah. So maybe we just cancel next week. Because if just Ethan was going to be gone, I was like, alright, we can maybe make that work. But now with 2 people being gone...
Yeah, it's a little tougher.
We might just cancel.
Yeah.
So we probably will not have any stories.
Fistful Dice podcast where we make decisions about whether we're going to RP or not, or roleplay or not during
the podcast.
Yeah, everyone had models this week. For the most part, everyone had a model that represented their character.
Oh, except Frank.
Except Frank. He was using a cube. What are they called? Androns? Is that what they're called?
I don't know. It's an actual D&D model.
D&D
I found
creature,
out.
yeah.
It's not actually just it looked like a toaster oven with wings
yeah,
and
it's like
a
a
bow.
little box and it has wings and a bow. What are they called? It's gonna come to me when we're out there playing Commander. But I hope that's Cardin magic with the new Forgotten Realms stuff.
Hmm?
I hope so. I hope it's even if it's like a recat or reprint of like Urza's Factory or whatever, or it makes like little metal workers, I'd be fine with that. I'd be like, cool.
He's a guy.
He's a guy. He is a guy. But like I said, I still have like a little bit of a grievance with like some of the seriousness of it, because I feel like you're going for like a really dark and gritty.
Well, I mean, the story can really only be as serious as my players want to take it.
Yeah.
I tried to do
it was. We walked into a room and there was literally just like a mass suicide, like that happened like years ago, and I'm just like, this is real sad. This is tragic. Then 5 minutes later, sexy time for 5 caps or 10 caps. And I was like, no.
That's okay, Mike. I'm glad at least one person, because I left feeling very disappointed that nobody cared about my cool story.
I really appreciated the somberness and like how like these people would have felt, you know, because the world apocalypse had happened and they were just doing this.
They essentially walked into a time capsule of sorts.
Yeah. And it really painted the scene of like like, because
I
there
made
was
a cool quote and everything.
Yeah.
I thought my quote was super cool.
It was cool. I appreciate it.
Or rather, I thought it was like a good.
I appreciated it.
Epitaph.
It also doesn't help really that like only really 2 players roleplay, that being the dwarf and I, and we kind of have our interactions. Actually, I take it back. The gunslinger also roleplays unintentionally, and it's hilarious because he's just dumb.
Yep, which is
Like, yep, they're all dead. Everyone's dead down here. We killed them. We should probably leave. Yep, probably.
because what you guys, after you almost got TPK'd, you camped out.
Camped out, yep. And then
You met the mystery man.
The mystery man came out with his briefcase. I don't know why, but I thought of what's his name from Invincible? That like teleports in. He has the briefcase.
Oh, Cecil?
Cecil, yeah. That's immediately who I thought of. That's who I pictured in my mind.
Not who it's based on.
I know,
can
but
see why. Yeah,
I know that's not who it's based on because you made this before you watched Invincible.
I did.
So like, it's immediately like that's the image that popped in my mind. And I could see him like being like involved in nefarious acts. Because he basically came in and was like, "Oh, look at all this stuff you did." And I was like a very like, "Oh shit, we should probably worry about this guy a little bit." And it was just like, "Nope, we're making jokes." And I'm like, "It hurts. It hurts."
Why don't you tell them?
It hurts me because I don't want to like make everyone have like the feels bad. So I'm just like, okay. Because I feel like we probably could have like tried to pry for more information.
Probably could have. It's okay. I have some ways to, if they don't want to listen to my stories, that's fine. But they can deal with the consequences of those actions.
Yeah, I feel like I'm gonna have to deal with the consequences of those actions too, and I'm paying attention.
Yeah, and then you can be justifiably mad at all of them.
So be like, well, he did tell us 6 sessions ago this was gonna happen. So I'm half expecting us to leave this leave town, and all of a sudden, just descending from the heavens is I'm just saying, like from helicopters and shit. This company of dudes from this apple snake thing, and they're just gonna murder us all. Take the crystal and run.
In case you didn't know, they might be important to the story.
What?
The guys that keep showing up. I mean, it's only 2 sessions in, okay?
The guys that keep showing up might be important?
Yeah, I think so.
You think the guy that has the same logo that appeared in this bunker?
I cannot wait until next session because I would love to see what you guys decide to do. Because I have a feeling the party is not going to be very honest people in their next because their next task essentially is that our sniper wanted to get a new weapon, and so what he's gonna try and do here's and let me tell you, it'll be really funny when he gets what he wants. I won't tell you why, but it'll be really
garbage,
funny.
Isn't it?
No, it'll be a really good rifle. You just keep
One time.
Just keep that in mind.
Every bullet is 75 caps. That's what it is, isn't it?
Nope.
It's a 50 cal, and every cap is 180 caps, and that's what it is.
Well, I mean that's like sort of related to why it'll be funny.
Because does it shoot caps?
No.
It shoots caps.
No. No. But he might watch this, so I can't spoil it.
It's like one of those Nerf disc shooters. It shoots the caps. That'd be kind of funny.
Nope, it's not that.
I did like Marcus as a character. Marcus is the arms dealer of Fellwater.
He's a Russian boy.
I am kind of sad. I'm kind of sad I didn't get a role play as M. with him, because he would have been like, "What is this accent you're using? What is the?" Because M. is very uncharismatic because he is just like an analytical medical droid.
Yeah, he does not talk to people.
He does not talk to people well. He's very like cut and dry. He's not funny.
But yeah, so their task, they essentially got back to this town after leaving the bunker, and they because you guys got beat up pretty bad, and more just because we were ending the session too, I actually had some other stuff planned, but I'll maybe do that later.
It was getting real late also.
Yeah, so I was like, well, we'll save that for another time. Then I'll take that, put it in my back pocket.
Yeah. I am kind of sad because I'm guessing you probably painted the picture of what Fellwater looked like, but I was in the bathroom.
It's just like a river. It's like a port town almost, because it's on the side of a river that they use boats to get people up and down.
So the world is post-apocalyptic, but there's still like functioning societies.
I wouldn't call them like massive towns or thriving or anything.
You did mention a city.
There is a city. Yep.
So I'm like,
It's not close, but you could travel there, I guess.
Could. I kind of wish you would have set it up with morality in mind. Not even so much like lawful evil or lawful good or what, the whole nine, but like even if you just did good, bad, neutral, like I think that would even be sufficient. And I feel like with this system in particular, you could have something where like your actions affect where your morality is, and the farther you go in one way or the other, it could affect how players interact with NPCs because word gets out.
I'm not saying that isn't a system, but
it's not something we're knowing of.
Not necessarily.
Like I feel like if we jip over.
Well, right, because that's their newest task. Is Marcus is gonna help them get what they want because they are.
Let's repeat that there.
So Marcus, who's the arms dealer of this town, is basically like he's been having issues with raiders sacking his caravans.
Yep.
And so they've been tasked. They're gonna help him. They're gonna help him try and get his wares safely back to the town of Fellwater.
Correct.
I cannot wait to see how they decide to tackle this task.
Because I feel like MDOT's very much like this is the deal. This is what we're gonna do.
But I have a feeling there's a couple players that
no one else is.
They're like, no, we don't ever have to go back to town. Wait, are we raiders?
Oh no, are we the raiders? Are we the baddies? And I'm just like, oh, because MDOT's gonna be like, that was not the deal.
My plan has been set because I gave them nibblings of what on the
special ammo,
special ammunition attachments.
I do. The issue is,
very nice.
The issue is like I'm curious like how attachments affect your weapons. That's what I want to know. But I don't want to steal attachments, and then all of a sudden
you don't have to steal attachments.
And then all of a sudden we're the baddies. Everyone's like, the other issue I can see happening is someone's gonna put like 7 red dot scopes on their gun.
Well, that's what the slots attribute is how many attachments you can attach onto your gun.
I thought it was like attributes for.
Your slots is the number of things you can put on it.
Sure.
So I guess in theory they could put 2 red dots on it. But in fact, it's intended that you can't have multiples of the same attachment.
Right.
So I'll probably just make that a rule if it's not already written in there.
Yeah. It's exciting because I'm guessing.
Oh wow! I have 2 extended mags on my gun.
It's like a circle. Yeah. No, it'll be interesting to see how attachments work. I just don't.
You don't have to steal.
I don't want to.
Then don't.
That's great, Davis. There are 4 other players. 5 other players. That I'm like,
hey, the paladin is with you. You heard the paladin did say that doesn't sound like it'd be good.
Yeah, but also, he's very dumb.
Well, so is the rest of the party, okay?
Except for me, I'm a genius. I have the highest intelligence.
Look, your gunslinger friend is very intelligent.
No, he's not. I'm looking for bottles. For what? The caps are valuable. I'm just looking at the caps then. I paid him 5 caps to shoot at people.
I laid my trap, and we will see where it gets me.
It's gonna get us in trouble. What's coming to do?
I know the choices.
I am excited for next session. I actually am enjoying the game a lot.
It's one of those things where, like, it's definitely now, like, in a state where I could just run it.
Yeah. Yeah, now you can just run it, and then we can...
And it's not a game where I feel bad that I never get to play it.
Yeah, because you're still kind of playing it with, like, this. Like, because the way combat works, you're still kind of playing it. You want to dip me in some cheese? Ugh, this stuff stunk.
I'll put him
I'm really sad I opened that.
There might be more bugs.
There might be. There might be more bugs. Probably will be. More twisted cockroaches. Because that's basically...
Well, what did you... I mean, because you haven't really gotten a feel for the setting a whole lot yet, other than what you've done so far. What did you...
I swear I'm gonna...
Tanjiro Kamapoko.
What did... If you're just rating your experience...
Me, sorry.
Okay.
Go ahead, I'm listening.
If you're rating your experience in a vacuum as to like ignoring the other players, whatever your issues with them may be.
Right.
If you're just rating your experience, what would you say? How would you rate the game?
I think it's good.
As an RPG.
Like I said, there's like little things that need to be tweaked. Some ranges for guns. It does feel very, very glassy, I guess. Where like one shot can kill enemies. That's absolutely correct. One shot can kill you real hard too.
That's kind of how I designed it, though.
Yeah. Yeah.
The bugs that attacked you didn't kill you guys in one shot. The mini guys.
I was about to say I beg to differ. Actually, the boss didn't even kill me. It was his little friends that killed me.
Was it the warrior?
Yes. Popped on was like bonk, and I was just like zeep. Sad beep.
Yeah, that probably won't be as much of an issue as you guys get more levels, especially since our paladin is gaining like 10 HP a level.
Yeah. I do kind of wish you had a melee weapon so we could frontline a little better, but shotgun's fine.
Shotgun's front line.
Yeah, just not like a sledgehammer would have been.
Who's to say he can't get melee weapon proficiency? There's no one saying that he can't do that.
I don't think he's going to.
Well,
I'm gonna get melee weapon proficiency. I'm gonna multi-class.
Nobody has melee weapons.
Yeah, there's not a single melee. Well, kinda. The gunslinger is throwing knives.
Yeah, I would.
Throwing knives.
Yeah, they're still poisoned, and I guess our sniper picked up after they killed the big.
He did make a knife.
He didn't make a knife. He took enough to make a sword out of it, and he also took plating or chitin from the lurkers.
Yeah, so now you're gonna have to figure out a chitin sword stat. I guess you could just use the sword stat for the warriors, basically.
Yeah, could.
Good idea.
Yeah.
But other than that, no, it was an alright session.
So you like combat, though?
Yep.
I'm glad.
Because I'm more of a role player than an actual like combat nut. Which it's fine. It's not wrong to like combat over role play.
There's still a
combat.
decent.
It's just different.
Yeah, and it's got a decent number of skills to facilitate the role playing to be there.
Yep.
It's not.
I don't even try to barter because I know I can't. I don't try to do anything that involves talking to people because MDOT is very, very cold. It's like talking to a cold piece of sheet metal. Hello. I will not bother to learn your name.
I think you'll really like the next big area that I'm going to send you to.
Good.
Unless you guys decide that you're just going to ignore what I want to do and go somewhere else.
You better just plan on that. I can tell you we're probably not going back to Fellwater.
I think you will.
Oh, you're gonna choo us back to Fellwater?
Sorta. I did some brainstorming. I did some brainstorming with Corey because he is an experienced DM.
He's a very experienced DM.
And so I run my ideas through him to see if he has any interesting information tidbits.
So he is a very good DM.
So I run my ideas by him because I would like to see what his opinion of it is.
Fair enough.
So.
Yeah, he definitely will have ideas for you. It'll be good to learn.
Yep, he helped me with what I'm gonna do for next session.
Good.
So.
Can't wait.
I'm also hoping that I'll flesh out all. I'm gonna try and finish all of the classes that are being played by next session. Not because
even though we're not gonna probably hit 20.
20, 30's the cap.
Oh, we're not gonna hit 30.
No.
Unless you bump us up for the big bad fight. I don't think we're hitting 30.
No. I think what.
Just this week is a
10.
training montage.
We'll maybe hit 10 because we got
10
we got essentially like 3 months. So you guys might hit 12 or to 15.
Yeah. Fair enough.
I guess if we want to do more like at a later date, if we wanted to switch it to say like Saturday or to switch it to Friday nights, we could do that. Yeah.
Yeah, could.
Because I could do that.
Yeah.
But I couldn't really do.
Wednesdays.
Yep, I won't be able to do Wednesdays when I'm back at school.
Yeah. But yeah, that's really it for last week's session.
We didn't. There's like that's pretty much it, and I don't even know if we have anything else to talk about.
But most importantly, Feldegriff won 2 games.
Feldegriff did win two games.
One time with Reigns of Power after someone had a giant board, and I only had Feldegriff on the board.
Mm-hmm.
So we swapped boards and I murdered him. And then one time you actually killed yourself because you went down to 6 life, and then my Gideon was like, all permanents go away, and I'm just a 6/6, and you had 6 life left. Bonk. Because the pest didn't get destroyed, they got exiled.
Yeah, I mean, I still would have. Don't think I would have been able to build a board in 2 turns.
No.
And that would have been enough.
Yeah.
So.
Because his ult is all permanents.
Except himself. So. I think that's it, though.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much it.
Short one. We made it to that 30 minutes.
We did. The sweet spot.
And that's probably pretty good. Yeah, I'm hoping that just as the summer goes on, we have a few more things to talk about. Maybe we'll talk about the AdMech Codex, because that'll be coming out soon.
Yep.
So we might do a little look at that.
A little review ski?
Yeah. Even though neither of us, you're actively trying to get rid of your
I'm actively trying to get rid of my AdMech.
Maybe I'll buy them from you. But I have other things I need to do first.
I mean, with that AdMech Codex, I'm probably going to relist them. And they'll probably be like, gone.
And it's gone.
And gone. Yeah.
Once again, thanks to Turbulent Games for giving us the space to record in. Just like us, we support locally for where we play, so we suggest you do the same. Yada yada, all the same ending bits.
Especially now, because guess what? You can't buy cards in big chain stores anymore, really.
It's true. Recently the Walmarts and the Targets decided they're not going to carry TCGs anymore, probably because they had too many issues with people coming in
and like stalking down the restock people and
right, like trying to, because I guarantee you there's probably a lot of people who'd come in and be like, oh, when are you going to get more? Because they want to come in and get it immediately, and then they'd have issues with someone who'd come in and be like, yeah, I'll take all of it. Yeah.
Ridiculous.
So it was it's a super big corporate business, and so they're probably just like it's more trouble than it's worth. So
I can tell you, it's not this community that's doing it.
Nope.
It's the card community.
Yeah.
Hopefully they don't trickle into this one.
I mean, they were sort of doing the same thing. Like the Magic cards were all getting bought out there too. So. All right. Well, I think that's it from us. Y'all have a good day out there, and just keep on keeping on.
Yep. Take care.